Okay, hello my wonderful audience and my art people over there. Today I'm going to show you some photographs, and this applies also to just photographers. If you're not an artist, so to say, you might gain something out of this video, but I'm a photography artist. You have to understand that photography for me doesn't end with the picture that I take. It's just a starting point. So you might learn an artistic kind of viewpoint or angle to your own photography, but that's not really my main goal over here. So let's start with the pictures over here, and I have, is it like seven pictures. These have been taken with a Canon Mark III G7X. Takes great photos to the close range, but on the long range not so great because there's not much zoom in the camera. But if you look at these pictures, you can see that they are very, very, very high quality, Like you can keep zooming and zooming and zooming, and you can see that how much like how good the camera actually is. Even though it's a pocket camera, but I believe that it takes very close to a DSLR level picture, and I like it. I like it a lot. I have told you previously, like the reason why I picked this camera and not some other, and it was a long kind of process to get this camera to me, but I've been happy with it. So now we are going to do some things with these pictures, and we are gonna start making this. I'm gonna start making this hole out of them. I'm just trying to. I believe that I'm trying to, at this point, I'm just trying to create, look at the compositions of these pictures. Do they work on their own? Is the composition of the picture good? I think this one is good, but we have this picture over here. I really dig this one. No man, I really dig this one. When you have this many photos, I really would like if I had like a better fucking better computer hardware. It would make this process a lot smoother. But we have to play around with what we got. It's one of those things with most jobs, the most work you do, the tools are kind of they are kind of, they're just given to you. You go make something, and the tools are part of the thing. But with this kind of stuff, it's not that way at all. So we're gonna start creating this layered effect over here, and I'm just trying to make a background type of. I'm trying to make a background over here, just a background type of color or shape, form, that kind of stuff, and not really thinking too deep about if there's anything artistic in it yet. We are not going for that yet. We just try to make it like look balanced on its own. Not like that. That's no good. I want to take this layer. Emphasize with the layers using like this. Emphasize certain things in the layers and that kind of stuff. It's starting to look a bit, even spacey. When you have this many, it's about 4 layers or 5 layers you can do. Okay, we're gonna save that and we're gonna delete these pictures over here. Now we're gonna look at these. As mushrooms over here, this is great composition. It's kind of balancing act, a balancing act, and I like it about that. It's a kind of balancing act, and I like it about that. I'm gonna decrease or increase or decrease. I like this. Not on its own, you know, it's not very great, but when we do something like this, you see how you see how the leaves and the mushrooms are really not that, you know, different. When you look at them just on their own, you're kind of like, yeah, they're completely different. But when you think about it, when you think about it like in a deeper way, they're not that different. So let's take this. Yeah, so now we are gonna look at the picture, like do those mushrooms kind of balance out the picture over here? That's what I was going for. And it's exactly what I'm trying. Yeah, that's perfect. Now let's okay, so I like this. I like what I'm seeing over here. I really dig it. I really dig it. It's very fall type of autumn color scheme, and it's a hard picture at the moment because it's so how would I say it? There's too much in it. There's too much in it when you simplify it a bit. Like this one is more simple and this one is more complex, and the leaves don't kind of blend into the picture very good. But I still like this one more because the colors are more saturated. You know, I think that looks good. But if we do something crazy with the picture, like this, you see how the basic composition is very good. I mean the colors, how they spread, it's very balanced, and that's what I'm looking for at the moment. That's the most important thing in the picture, and we should get it right in the background already. And we are gonna try something pretty wild maybe over here. I don't know if I'm gonna do this or if I'm gonna try something else, but I have done the reds, you know, but I feel that this one is gonna be blue. It's a very stylish thing, and I dig it. I really like it. I like that. It's something that it's very different than what I've done before. Let's try something wild with the picture next. Well, actually, this might not be so wild, but but I have this layer over here, and this layer is more. I'm thinking about adding this kind of gradient, you know, to the picture, and it would kind of give it some more character, you know, to blend the colors into each other and that kind of stuff, and give it some, you know, light quality. Because the pictures I took, none of them had, you know, light in them. They were taken out of things that were, you know, lit in some way, and that I don't maybe dig that so much. And I'm thinking about if it should be more blue or maybe should be have some red in it. Um, it should look like a complete whole. There shouldn't be this like feeling that, yeah, that's some kind of layer he added to the picture, and it's not. It should look complete, you know. It should look complete on its own. Maybe this one. Yeah, like that. You see how this color kind of balances out the picture. I feel that that looks good, but let's take the whole picture and we're gonna make this a little bit more understated and kind of minimal. Okay, so we're gonna try some different things with the picture over here. This one is a little bit too, how would I say it, fucks up the composition. Fucks up the composition somewhat. I think it's a very stylish piece at the moment. Hey, wait a minute, like it was like -12. I don't know why, but that color combination looks really sharp and good. It's really good. I'm thinking about signing this piece at this moment. I wonder if it's like what's the type of font we should use over here. It should be something pretty stylish. Something pretty stylish, and I know some of these fonts have maybe that. And the color should be a pretty dark. Oh no, that's not the right font, but we're looking for something that has a very stylish feel to it. I don't know, what do you think about the picture at the moment? Is it like ready? I think it's ready, but it's more of a, there's no there's this thing called a central focal point. This is just one of those type of art pieces that lacks that kind of central focal point, maybe a bit, and it lacks that kind of feel, and I don't like that about it, but I'm gonna find the right font over here. Okay, so that's it. I used my signature font that I also use in my business card, and the only thing I think about this at the moment is the spacing of the text. It's a very intricate thing, but when you would have the spacing, maybe just a little bit like this, maybe it could look a little better, you know. It's just a detail and a very small thing, but it can make the world's difference, you know, in terms of the whole picture. Makes the viewer look at the picture and not the signature first. You see that? Yeah, that's right. I think that's ready. Let's look at the final pictures. Okay, so here we started with these pictures. Very simple. Clouds, the ground, some needles, some water, some mushrooms. We ended up with this, added this type of a gradient layer, and then we ended up with this. I dig it. I dig it. It's a very minimal type of art piece. Thanks for watching.